What it do, peeps? It's the B Chef with Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To my new subscribers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope you get something from the content. To my day ones, thank you for helping me continue to build this platform and keep this WNBA conversation pushing. I decided to do this one late for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to see what Minnesota did on Thursday versus the Valkyries. In this game, they sat down T.U.S.S.L.E. I wanted to see if they were going to give the Fever the intensity that they were going to give the Valkyries. And they did. It was the same level of play. They played like it meant something. They got their butt whooped, though. Lost 83-72. At a lot of times, they were losing by 24 points. So they played legit because Minnesota technically did not have anything to lose in this game. They needed that win against the Valkyries. So I understood why they wanted to rest Nafisa. Minnesota did not want any parts of Seattle in that first round. They have struggles with Seattle. Seattle has a lot of size. Minnesota struggles with teams with size. So both games were important, but they needed their best player for that last game of the season. With that being said, they put the beat down on Minnesota this game. And you can only go by this game and the last few games for the Fever to see how they're going to do in the playoffs. So quarter one, they come out smoking. Threes, team defense, active hands, turnovers, getting rebounds, one-shot possessions. They dominate. Aerial powers, 2 back-to-back threes in that first quarter. And at one point, they were like 4-4 from three. I mean, everything they shot up, it was going down. The things I noticed in this one: defensive intensity. Minnesota shot 0-9 from the field, and some of the shots that Minnesota shot were some of the worst three-pointers you'll ever see. I'm talking about not even drawing iron, straight backboard. I mean, it was awful. They made them look bad. Got a big lead on them too, 28-14 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, the only thing that really bothered me in this game, the amount of easy layups that Indiana gave up to the Lynx. Like I said, the Lynx, when they play team basketball, it's hard to beat. They start cutting into that lead. Just defensive lapses at times. And that was the one thing that was disturbing. It ended up being 49-36 at halftime. Third quarter, they cut into that lead big time. 49-45 was the closest that it was, and that was at the 7-minute and 37-minute mark. They made some nice runs, especially start right out the gate. Right out the gate scoring early in the third quarter. This third quarter was a game of runs, and Indiana had 2 massive runs in this quarter to extend that lead. It was 70-53. Midway through the third quarter is where this game, basically, Cheryl Reeves said, you know what? We're not going to beat this team tonight. And that's when she waved the poncho flag and said no mas, which was good because it allowed them to get some of the bench players off of the Fever into the game and get them some run, which was good because they're going to need it for the playoffs. That being said, now let's talk about Atlanta. Good game. I mean, they shot well. Shot well from the field, 48% from the field. Shot well from three, 47%, 9 of 19. Didn't shoot a whole lot of threes. Got in the paint. It was a balanced game, this game. 85% from the free throw line. Starters, Natasha Howard had 10 points. Leah Boston with 12. Odyssey Sims with 15. Odyssey Sims was real aggressive in this game. Kelsey Mitchell, great game. Well, Kelsey Mitchell 7 of 10, only had 18 points. But there was a lot of times where she threatened. She only had 3 assists, She was trying to be the facilitator. There was a lot of times where she would get into traffic and she would dish it, and you're like, ooh, if she had made that pass, if she could have got that ball to Howard, it'd have been on and popping. Lexi Hull, 2 of 8, only had 4 points. Lexi Hull had a defensive assignment. Lexi Hull gonna try to take your best player. Kayla McBride, you name it. Lexi Hull, she has no fear. Eyes, lip, forehead, battle tested. She like the Rambo. She like Rambo on this mud. Damaris Doncic, good shooting. Finally, a couple games with some good shooting. 3 of 6, had 10 points. Breonna Turner with 3. I still don't like Breonna Turner, and I won't like Breonna Turner. Michaela Timpson, only 2 minutes. Shea Petty and Ariel Powers with 3 and 8. Ariel Powers with those big threes. And now we take it forward to Atlanta. Atlanta, the last 6 games, they've won their last 6 games going into the playoffs. Take that with a grain of salt. They played Connecticut 3 times. They played Dallas, and they played Connecticut, they played L.A., and they played Dallas. They played 3 teams and they making the playoffs. It is what it is. One of them games, Ryan Howard, I think against L.A., she had like 9 3-pointers, had like 37 points, balled out of control. Last game against Atlanta, Aaliyah Boston had 19 points, 6 rebounds, and a ton of assists. Had a monster game. But the bench that game had 31 points. Cunningham had 16 of those. Now, this is a different team than the one that played Atlanta the first time. Actually, they still get the edge and bench, even with the new additions that are on the Fever. The questions I got for this game is, which Aaliyah Boston is going to show up? Because right now, Aaliyah Boston is the leading rebounder, the leading assist person for the Fever. Natasha Howard leads in steals, and of course, Kelsey Mitchell leads in points. Aaliyah Boston averaging 8.2 rebounds to lead the team, but averaging 3.7 assists. In the last few games, she's had some nice assist totals. Which Aaliyah Boston is going to show up? In the last 5 games, Aaliyah Boston has not even hit her average in points. Her average for the season is 15. She's gotten, I think the top is 12 in the last 5 games. Had a game with 11. Hasn't got the 15. In 2 of those losses, they went 3-2 in those games with Aaliyah Boston. 2 of those losses were against teams that are going to the playoffs. Golden State and Phoenix. So it's going to be imperative that Aaliyah Boston find her mojo, especially on the defense. The blocks, she's only averaging 0.9 blocks. You 6'5". That should be a solid number. 1.5, 1.3. See Alana Smith. See Asia Wilson. If Aaliyah Boston wants to be in the best of the best centers, which she is now, it's time to step it up. Pick up your pace like that picante sauce. You got to get it on the defensive end. Because even in this game against Minnesota, the one thing that disturbed me was paint points. They gave up 58. And I know a lot of that was in scrub time, but early on, first quarter, second quarter, Minnesota got what they wanted when they wanted. And once they got their heads out of their butts and started playing basketball, it was like, okay, man, y'all make some of this stuff look too easy. Too easy. So they're going to have to shore up the defense. And that starts with Aaliyah Boston. Bench production. Now, Atlanta has Naz Hillman. She's averaging like 8.3 points a game, in the running for 6th Woman of the Year. But they actually have a decent bench. A rookie, Tiana Pow, she played 15 games. She's averaging 5 points. Most of their bench players average around 5 points a game. Indiana, they had a better bench. They had a better bench. Even in a small sample, Ariel Powers is averaging 9 points a game. Lexi Hull, starting, not starting, whatever you may have it, averaging 7.2. Shea Petty's averaging 5. Dantas is averaging 4. They just don't have a lot of size. That is the thing with Atlanta. Before the season, or at the beginning of the season, I said, whoever draws Atlanta is going to have a tough time. Brianna Jones is 6'3", and she's got size. She got some weight. Baby girl at defensive end. And they got Brittany Griner. Even in her older years of playing, still averaging about 24 minutes a game. Don't score. She's the only one of their starters that doesn't score in double figures to be a center. She averages 9 points a game. But one thing Brittany Griner does, she is the kryptonite to Aaliyah Boston's superwoman powers. For some reason, in games that they play Atlanta, Aaliyah Boston kind of disappears. And a lot of times she won't guard Brittany Griner straight up. She'll be guarding Brianna Jones. And they usually have wars. They usually go at it. Because both of them got that girth. It's going to be some interesting matchups. The reason why I say the bench is important, you got to stop Ryan Howard. You got to slow this lady down. She basically is, she's the thing that makes them go. She don't play point guard, but she play point guard. Averaging, kill him in assists, steals 1.5. Brianna Jones, like I said, is their leading rebounder with 7.2. Alicia Gray is their leading scorer. And Alicia Gray said some interesting things. Let's take a listen to a few players and what they said about Kelsey Mitchell.
Who's the hardest player to guard?
Hardest player to guard? I'm going to go Kelsey Mitchell because she's just so fast.
Ooh. Kelsey Mitchell.
Hardest player to guard is Kelsey Mitchell.
Probably Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, like, I don't know post, right? But guards, Kelsey Mitchell.
Now, Kelsey Mitchell get a lot of respect. And I just saw this yesterday. And I thought it was interesting. Especially now that you're finna play Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell got to slow her down too. Alicia Gray ain't no slouch. Shoot the 3 very well. And she's one of those players where you just, almost like Kayla McBride. Don't give her a foot. She'll shoot that. She'll fire that thing up. This team shoots a lot of 3s. Ryan Howard definitely shoots a lot of 3s. She shot 17 when she scored that 37 points and hit 9 of them. Shoot a lot of 3s. Which leads into my third point. Own the paint. Don't fall for the let's get into a 3-point shooting contest. Own the paint. Natasha Howard's season best was 26 points. It was in the second meeting against this very Atlanta Dream team. She scored 26 points. Other than that, against Atlanta, she scored 9. It's like when she hits 9 points, that's it. She done. Need Natasha Howard, need Aaliyah Boston to get in that paint. If they can do that, they can upset this team. But they got to get that first win in ATL and set the tone. The first game, they can't take it back to Indy with a loss. First game, come out, dominate the paint and that bench. Aerial Powers, since they've put her in the rotation, she's going to have to spell Natasha Howard, which means she's going to have to guard Brianna Jones at times, which means Aaliyah Boston is going to have to come to grips and get over the fear of Brittany Griner. They do that, they can upset Atlanta in this first round. If they fail to do these things, they will be packing them bags up quick. That's it. Boston, come to life. Red Hulk, we don't need you assisting. We need you twisting in that paint and getting busy. Natasha Howard, you need to get whatever you took in Atlanta. Whether you went to Steak and Shake, wherever, go back. Get you a sandwich and a shake and cook in the paint. Don't shoot all them threes. Kelsey Mitchell, be the all-around great player that you've shown us that you can be, and you'll come out with a win. They don't do that, it's going home. But let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.